When I was growing up, I saw Neil Armstrong walk on the moon and said, that's what I want to do. And so as a result, I decided when I grew up a little bit, went to college to study aerospace engineering. Hi, I'm Kirk Cantor. I'm a professor in the Polymer Engineering Technology program here at Penn College. I was pretty good at math. I didn't particularly like it that much, but I did okay in it. So I was able to go into an engineering program, aerospace engineering. And as a result, I ended up getting my first job at NASA. And, you know, NASA sounds pretty cool. It was really cool. There were some neat opportunities. I got to see, you know, space shuttles in the very beginning from within NASA buildings, saw rockets launch live. NASA put up the space station during this time. Those are some cool things NASA does. I worked with balloons. It's not the coolest thing NASA does, but they are the coolest balloons in the world. You know, 600-foot diameter balloons. And they're made of thin plastic film. It's kind of like the largest grocery bag in the world. Filled with 50 million cubic feet of helium. They carry 10,000-pound weight, 5,000-pound payloads, which measured ozone depletion and atmospheric changes. They measured cosmic radiation coming in from space with this special equipment the balloon would carry. But at the time I was there, and this is just purely coincidental, but balloons started having a few failures. And so we put together some teams to try to figure out what was going on. And it really pointed to the plastic film, this polymer material, that was probably the culprit. And so they said, Kirk, you're the youngest engineer in our program. You're going to learn about plastics and figure out what's going on here. And I kind of went kicking and screaming because I'm not really, at the time I didn't know anything about polymers. But I kind of decided to go ahead and do it and began to really find an interest in plastics and polymers, and eventually went back to graduate school and got some more education in that field. And well, during my time at graduate school, I actually had a friend who was a high school teacher and asked me to come in and talk a little bit about engineering to her math class. And I said, sure, that'd be fun. So I went and did that and found that I really enjoyed that, kind of preparing what I was going to say and then having people listen to what I wanted to say, because it was stuff about me, so I was pretty interested in it. But I found the experience really enjoyable. I actually decided to pursue teaching at that point, but my pursuit didn't go very far because engineering is a field where people will actually pay for your education at the graduate level. Where teaching, they don't tend to do that. There's a lot of people who want to be teachers. So nonetheless, I decided I'm just going to pursue engineering. And at that time, I was at Penn State University. Well, at Penn State, they posted an opening for the brand new program here at Penn College. They were looking for a second faculty member. And I got a chance to meet Tim Weston, who had founded the program here. And we talked about the possibility of me coming to teach with him. And it rolled from there. And that was a long time ago in my life. But I have very fond memories of those times. And that's where it started for me here at Penn College.